How it be, YouTube? Hope everyone's doing well out there. I know it's been a while since my last XDefiant video way back in 2023. And a lot of you probably wondering, why am I just now picking back up on the XDefiant content? Well, during the meantime, there was no content. XDefiant was on multiple delays, so, I mean, here we are. XDefiant's been on my radar for a very long time. I've been keeping tabs on it, and I am here now in the year of 2024 with 1 week after the full release of XDefiant by Ubisoft and Ubisoft San Francisco. It feels pretty good. Now, I'm not a big fan of constantly pushing repetitive content out as many creators were pushing out for the past year pretty much. Now that the game is finally fully released, I feel just fine pushing out some XDefiant content. So without further ado, let's get into the video. XDefiant has been on my long-awaited list of games that I've been waiting to save me from the chaos and self-destruction gaming has seemed to have become today. As most others, I had some concerns during the delays and the open playtest, but in all honesty, guys, I feel XDefiant's full release was met with open arms by the community, especially knowing that 1 million players downloaded the game within the first 2 hours, which is why the servers kind of pooped on themselves, but was fixed within 4 hours of the game's official release. This leads me to talk about how well the dev team for XDefiant has been communicating with the community, literally open to all sorts of ideas. I love the transparency and open feedback they provide and listen to, but they must also remember that not all feedback is productive. Mark Rubin, the executive producer for XDefiant, has been open to being pretty much the face of the game with how much context and communication he provides with players' questions, concerns, and feedback. He has pretty much become an open book about XDefiant. You don't get that nowadays with developers. They also have a community Discord you can join, and majority of the devs are open to discussion. A lot of open source material over there that is a pristine effort by XDefiant developers, especially when we have this one current claim that's going around and everyone knows what that claim is that XDefiant is the COD killer. So during this time, the devs of XDefiant need to be as clear as possible with their plans with the game, because we are in for a bumpy social drama ride from the COD fan base who continue to claim it won't last, but take the time to still hate on the game or wish for it to become a clone version of COD. Now, I am not partnered with XDefiant, okay? I am not partnered with Ubisoft or Ubisoft San Francisco. I am not partnered with any of them. I have no ties. I just thoroughly enjoy the game. And not all games have to have a BR. Not all FPS shooters or arena shooters have to be a COD clone. It bothers me every time I see a comment on Twitter stating that XDefiant needs kill streaks, or that it won't last without a BR, or that it needs prone, or any other COD-like movement mechanics. All I am saying is that COD does not own the FPS genre as a whole, okay? We have many games that are very different in the FPS genre, such as Halo, Battlefield, Valorant, Counter-Strike, Rainbow Six Siege, Tarkov, and now including XDefiant. We can agree that COD is a competitor, of course, but in my opinion, to compete, you must find a way to be different and still pull in a crowd. COD is a 20-plus-year-old franchise, folks, while XDefiant just released 1 week ago. We have no business trying to compare the two. I personally believe the only reason we are is because of Mark Rubin being the former executive producer for the old Modern Warfare games, and is actually the guy on the front cover of the games themselves. And honestly, folks, XDefiant has abilities and power-ups that kind of just remind me of Overwatch. I am sure this is also the inspiration for the progressive game modes such as Escort and Zone Control. I would dare to say this game can also be relatable to Overwatch if they decide to do some tweaking in those specific modes, of course. I personally believe for those game modes to be truly competitive, they should only allow players to choose one specific character. That way, everyone can't just pick phantoms and have shields on top of more shields. Now, on top of the gunplay, I think it's fabulous. Most guns are very useful and viable in the majority of situations. Obviously, certain guns will outshine others based on map selection, but to me, the gunplay all comes together nicely and makes sense. I do hope for a slight pistol buff to make pistols a little more useful when you're in low health situations. Once you run out of ammo in your primary, it's a reflex to instantly switch to your pistol to try and stay alive. XDefiant, to me, has become a huge save for me in the gaming space. I used to play a lot of PUBG with the NSC community. Between two jobs IRL, I have a hard time coming home to play a game that just feels so slow, and matches can take up to 28 minutes sometimes. When I get home from work, it feels nice to hop into some XDefiant matches to grind my guns, characters, and challenges inside of 5 to 10 minute quick matches. I understand the game is not perfect, and I will be addressing those issues and updates in future videos about XDefiant. More of the NSC community players have been playing XDefiant with me as well, and I believe they are having a blast with the new game. This game is some fresh meat to sink our teeth into. I want to take this moment to thank Mark Rubin and the Ubisoft developers in San Francisco for the creation of XDefiant, because the way that they're pushing XDefiant is through the community feedback, and they are listening to the community and our FPS cries for help that we've had for many, many years. Mark Rubin has been excessively open with communication with the community, and it's been great to see. If any of you folks are playing XDefiant and you need a group of cool, schmexy, and hilariously chill players to hang with while playing XDefiant, come hang out with us in the Night Shift Creators community. All right, folks, if you are ready for more XDefiant content from this channel, from DX Mimsy, be sure to subscribe, because I hope to bring you more updates, and I hope to bring you pretty much everything that has to do with XDefiant to this channel. As always, folks, I hope to bring you the best in gaming. This is DX Mimsy, and I want you to keep defying the odds on XDefiant.